this is the round layer. What I do, I prefer this actual haircut when it's cut on a bob more than on a really short haircut. I just think it's a bit more prettier looking. So basically what we're doing, where we've done layers before we cut them square, this time we're going round and we're going to follow the head shape. So everything else you've probably learned in your MVQ, you're going against it. Instead of cutting a straight line, almost cutting a round line. Okay, so I've done the mohawk as my centre section, just over 1 inch thick. I've done it nice and thick because it just makes life easier as we go through the haircut. So we're going to start at the front, again no longer than your fingers. You want to pick up a section, but this time what I want you to do when you pick it up is to put your fingers on the scalp and then bring it out, directly out, so that you're following the head shape. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put my fingers on the scalp, I'm going to bring it directly out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this haircut probably to 3/4 of the way up my comb. Okay, because that'll just give me a little help as I go through the haircut to check exactly where my layers are sitting. So we're going to bring it out. So let me just check. Yeah, it's about 3/4. Okay, and then we still have to actually cut a straight line, but as we go round it sort of appears more rounded. So put some of that down like before on my long graduation. So this is uniform layer or round layer or basic layer. I've heard it called quite a few different terminologies, but for MVQ purposes we use uniform layer. Okay, so it's quite flat at the top, but as we get to the crown it starts to move more rounded. It kind of almost drops really quick at that point. So again, put your fingers on the scalp, bring it directly out. Okay, keep using my comb as a guide. And now it's obviously going to fall quite quickly. So fingers on, bring directly out. Check. Yep. Okay, then coming to the back. Okay, because some of the length is a bit longer, just let that fall down. So now we're going to come on to the Alice band. So I'm just going to turn her around to face you. So the Alice band goes from the crown down to the ears. We're going to take the same thickness section. So I'm just going to push all that guide just over to the left. Okay, another section like so. Also, when you're cutting, remember to keep the hair nice and wet. If it dries off, always use a water spray, because it will do, especially when you're first doing your first haircuts. It dries really quickly, so we've got to keep that nice and wet. Again, if it's easier to get section clips and clip it all out of the way, then please do that. So we've got an Alice band running, the same thickness as the mohawk all the way around. Because I flipped it over to this side, we're going to start on this side first. So we're going to pick the Alice band up, we're going to put our fingers on the head, bring directly up, and there we have our guideline. Okay, so put a piece of that down, put your fingers on the scalp, bring it directly out. Again, use your comb as a guide to cut. Bring that last bit out, which is nice and flat. Excellent. So because I've already flipped the guideline over to the other side of the Alice band, we can do exactly the same. So we bring that directly from the scalp. Okay, taking pieces down as we go, so we're not lifting too much hair up all in one section. And then bring that last bit up. They just look cool there. So at this point, if you pick up pieces of hair, or around in your guideline. You should be able to check the balance at that point. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a hot cross bun section. So a centre section from the front all the way down to the nape. Then a section all the way from the top of the head to the top of the ears. So we have 4 sections. If you want to, you can clip them, or if you feel quite confident, just to twizzle them out the way. It's entirely up to you. You could twizzle that one out of the way, clip it, and the 2 back sections. So we're just going to turn this around so we can see the back sections. Okay. So here we have the 2 back sections. What we're going to do is Terry's chocolate oranges. So we're going to break them in half, one at a time, and we're going to continue following the head shape. So I'm going to start here, taking the Terry's chocolate orange again, bringing it out directly from the head. There's my guide, either side. Okay, just check and bring that out. Okay, we're going to do the same with the other Terry's chocolate orange. Bring that directly out. Because we've cut the Alice band and the mohawk, it's only the internal bits that need cutting, so there shouldn't be too much to take off because we've already done the hard work. Okay, that's a little bit there, and then we can cross check the opposite way by bringing it up. Okay, remember we want a round line, we don't want a square line, so we want it to go rounded. Okay, so that section's done. Now moving on to this side. Terry's chocolate orange segment. Bring directly out. Okay, in this case I would normally put it in the barber side, but I'm just going to run it under some boiling water I've got over here. Okay, then we're going to take up the other Terry's chocolate segment. All the way down, checking. Just pick it up, and then again, just going to cross check the opposite way. Okay, we want to see a nice rounded line. And that should create a nice layered effect. Okay, so now we need to come onto the front, so we just spin around, like so. And again, we're going to take Terry's chocolate segments, so we're going to halve that. There goes my guide, nice and clear. Bring up the other side. So we're going to cross check. Okay, excellent. Start to see it's a much more of a rounded shape. And then we're going to move on to our last section here at the front. Terry's chocolate segment, always pivot from the crown. See my guide nice and clear there. So I'm just going to pick up that section, just cross check. Okay, excellent. So there we have a uniform layer. I normally use a medium to large round brush, blow dry that, get that nice and full. And if you were feeling a little bit technical, you could always chop into it with a bit of slice cutting or point cutting at the end. Thank you.